Hold
And
on.
he's just
Okay.
okay. Go.
My mother, my first teacher. My mother came to Singapore from China at a very young age. She married at 16 and gave birth to 9 children, and I am the number 8. She was only 29 when I was born. My family was very poor when we were very young, as my father could earn barely enough to feed so many mouths. The cargo boats at the Singapore River was his workplace and probably his sleeping place, as he only came home once in a while. My mother was the pillar of the family. She took care of every household chore, from cooking to cleaning and taking care of us. To help support the family, she took on a part-time job. She would go to a wealthy family and help wash and iron clothes and mop the floors. I often followed her, and I learned to do housework without a machine. At home, my mother cooked delicious dishes, and she only used a few simple ingredients. I love her Hokkien, popiah, and bacang. When there was lack, my mother would teach us to share and to be thrifty. We would distribute groundnuts, rambutans, biscuits evenly into 9 portions. And it usually ended up that each one of us had only 2 to 3 pieces, but we were all very happy. At the end of the year, when the weather turned cold, I would develop bad asthma. My mother would comfort and stayed with me throughout the nights. There were times when my sister accidentally spilled boiling water onto herself, and my brothers fighting with one another. Life was full of challenges, but my mother navigated every hardship with unwavering strength. She was often calm and tended to each matter as it came. When we were living in 2 rented rooms with 7 other families in a traditional old shop house, the landlady was a nasty lady. She would turn the lights off when we were still studying at night. My mother would tell us to endure and find ways to overcome the problem. She was always clothed with resilience and patience. The next day, my brother would use a piece of cloth to cover the lampshade. In her busyness, my devoted mother would find time to bring us to the Hong Lim Park, the nearest park with nice children playground. Through the years, she ensured that we had a place to sleep, food to eat, school to go to, and we care for each other. How could she have done so much? A woman who had never attended any school. It must be the great faith in her. When I was in my final year of university, my mother was diagnosed with leukemia. That was the one and only time she had become so sick. I remember her calling me on the first night in the hospital, telling me that she felt scared. I have never heard her say that she was scared before. I felt helpless and I comforted her. She went through the chemo treatment and lost all her hair. We knew she was suffering, but she continued to stay strong. She wore a wig, put on a smile, and went on with her routines. She had never complained and never felt weary. My dear mother fought with the disease for a year and passed on at the age of 52. If she had been alive, she would be 97 now. My siblings and I are proud to have her as our mother. Her exemplary values and sacrifices had become valuable life lessons to us. She would have been proud to see all of us settling well in life. She is always an inspiration to us, my mother, my teacher, my heroine. Thank you.